Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is doing fine. So we have just 28 number of participants, so we should wait for another few more minute, you can say, and then we can, start quickly. Yep. About the assignment which I gave to you guys, I have received, almost I can say like I have received many of you. But yeah, there are still few people who have not sent it yet. So please be careful because I have noted down with assignment within corresponding, roll number. So guys who have not sent so far, please send it by today EOD. Okay. Otherwise, that is not going to be considered for anything. Okay. So it would be good if you guys can share with me. Okay. Apart from that, one more thing, I was checking and I was going through you all, assignment, and truly speaking, very few of you, not to say very few, but yeah, at least 10 to 15 people, I'm pretty much aware about. Those people are good. They have, done pretty much fine, but many of them have copied. So, because, we are into this kind of, place where we generally, if you will write something and if you will submit to us, we will be able to easily figure it out from where exactly it is being copied, and we already aware about it. So please, I do not expect this in the next time, so that is why I keep on saying, please don't copy codes, and many of you have done that. So it's my sincere request to you all, please don't copy, send whatever you write, though it is, either half code, that is also I will consider. But if, you know, if you have copied from somewhere else, so those who have copied, already figured it out, and I'm gonna keep zero in front of their roll number. So right now I'm saying I will keep zero in front of their roll number. So whoever think like they have copied, please mail me by EOD, otherwise you guys will get zero. Okay. Apart from that, there are, I don't want to speak in front of you all. I don't want to give a name, or maybe you can say like roll number. But I really appreciate these people because 10 to 15 people are really hardworking people and they have done pretty much good work. So thank you those guys, because they have done pretty much, they have done good effort, or they have put their good effort, you can say. Apart from that, few of them are quite exceptions. Exceptions, when I say exceptions, that means I would be able to see there are many of you who have sent me through, almost I can say like most more than half of student have sent it me through the copy code. Copy, when I say copy code, that means when you guys have written on your copy notebook and then you have just send it, uploaded the image. I will not consider that for the time being. I will consider only if you do not have. No, I will not consider. First of all, I must say, be frank, I'm not going to consider them. If you do not have system, try to implement on some other system, or maybe try to use friend system. That is also fine for me. But please do something which is legitimate, or do something which is, which suits for you. Don't copy, and please don't come up with me. Okay, for this time I'm gonna consider those who have sent me through the picture, like they have written code on a notebook and send me the picture. I'm gonna consider this time. But truly speaking, if they have copied on a notebook and they have sent it to me, I have seen like you guys have done pretty much, mistakes as well. So some people have already forgotten how exactly print you have to write. Some of them, syntax error were wrong. Some of them have, made a mistake in spaces. So guys, please don't do these kind of activity. So I am really saying I am not happy at all with your performance. So today what I'm thinking, because I'm a bit upset because yesterday it was night till 2:30. I was checking entire all students mail, and morning also I got some files. So I was checking through that and I was going through that. So I'm really very upset for you guys, but yeah, at the same time, what it says, you have to put your effort, you have to apply your brain. So many of you are not doing that, you just guys are doing copy paste. So please don't drag me into that situation where I can point it out and raise it out by saying like, this roll number has done copy from this particular roll number, or this roll number has copied from this particular website, or maybe so, likewise. So please don't drag me into that, because we are pretty much well aware about these codes, and we are already working on those kind of activities. So that is why we are pretty much aware about it. So next time, if I will you guys will get some assignments, so please come up with proper solution, come up with something which is legitimate, we can say. Okay. So by your performance, by looking at your performance, I'm not gonna go for any further topic. Today I'm going for some other code, or maybe you can say some other coding example. So this is just a kind of punishment which you can say. Okay, I feel like this has to be done actually. So guys, I'm gonna share my Jupyter notebook, and today you guys will see only my Jupyter notebook. There would be no PPT at all. I'm not gonna cover rest of the topic until unless you guys will not come up with finally the better code. So today I will just talk about a few more coding examples. So I'm just writing here. So let's start. um, I don't know, guys, do you remember or not Fibonacci series? If you guys are pretty much aware about it, I have done this using already covered, using what? Using recursion. Okay. Now this time I'm not gonna use recursion. Now I'm gonna use simple variable. So I'm going to do Fibonacci series using variable. Okay, guys, do let me know, please pinch it out wherever you feel like, sir, it is not, it is going beyond your head, or maybe something like that. So now I wanted to I wanted to do this Fibonacci series. I wanted to print Fibonacci series, let's say till 8. Okay, so basically you can say terms are quite 8. So maybe you wanted to print it like this. I don't know how many of you have remembered that Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series? Should I ask? 0 is considered or not? How many of you have remembered this? Anyone? This is nothing but the Fibonacci series. Guys, you forget when I have covered this in recursion, when I was explaining you all about the topic called as recursion, then I have covered this Fibonacci series. How many of you have remembered? At least I should get some hand to be raised, or maybe somebody. Okay, 0 is considered. Okay, fine. 528, thank you so much. Your code is also pretty fine, pretty much fine actually. Yes, so apart from that, let me just write a code for you all without recursion, how we can calculate Fibonacci series. So what I'm saying is number of terms I need. So I'm gonna write here number terms is equal to, let's say, 8. Okay, there is one variable which is gonna count. Here I'm gonna specify some variable which is nothing but the, I wanted to count. So I'm writing f1, which is going to be start from 0. Now f2, which is going to be start from 1. Then we should make count, and count we should write like 0. Now first we need to check what, if first we need to see whether the number of term is valid or not. So if n underscore terms is less than is equal to, what are you gonna say, 0. Okay, and many of you have forgot to keep like this. Many of you have forgot. I don't know what you guys are doing, but many of you have forgotten this. I don't know, I was unable to understand why you guys have forgotten these kind of things. So now n terms should be less than is equal to 0. Now I'm gonna write here print. Here I'm gonna say please enter the valid terms. So I'm gonna write like this. Now if I will get, if, or maybe you can write elif. Sorry, yes, if I will write elif, here also I'm gonna specify like this, or so sorry for that. And terms I should be comparing something like m1. So elif n terms is equal to, let's say, 1. Then what is that? Then you should have to write print. Let's say we can write Fibonacci series. I'm gonna write Fibonacci series here, and here up to Fibonacci series up to how many terms? So here, do you see here n terms? I'm going to specify n terms here, and then what I'm trying to do is what? Can anybody suggest? No one? Yes. No, actually count shouldn't be here like here. I will tell you what exactly the count does here. Okay, so don't worry. Yes, somebody has suggested count. No. So here I'm gonna write like this, because Fibonacci series will be coming in this manner. Here I'm gonna write, what is that? F1. Guys, are you getting my point? Else, let's say I'm gonna write else part, where I should be writing print Fibonacci series Fibonacci series of now here I'm gonna write like this. Then here I'm going to write something, or maybe you can say like we have to write the code here. So while why we have written the while loop is here I'm gonna use count. Okay, so my count is here. So count is less than n terms. So n terms, when I write here n terms, then I should be writing here while this one. Then we have to write print. Print of what? Anyone? Print of n1 because n1 is my first, oh sorry, f1 because f1 is my first term, and actually we have to write name like first term and second term like this, but it's fine. f1, and then we should write here, we have to give some space, so I'm gonna just use and here I'm gonna write comma like this. Now my value will come like so. Here I'm gonna use f3. Okay, in f3 I'm gonna save what? I'm gonna save f1 plus f2. So let me write it like f1 plus f2 because that is what you're trying to do. Okay, if you do this, then third time what you are trying to do, you have to update, or maybe you can say you have to update, or you can say like modify like this. Now what I'm trying to say here is you need to update f2, sorry, f1 with what? f2. What next? f2 will get what value? f2 will get third value. Third value when I say f3. Okay guys, give me excuse for a while. Yes, so where we were, here I was trying to code it like f3 where exactly my resultant term will get. So suppose 0 and 1. So 0 plus 1 is going to be my f3. Now f3 is getting updated with f2. Sorry, f2 is getting updated using the whatever value present in my f3. And now here every time I just need to increase the count is equal to count plus 1, like this. That's it. That is what we need to do. And I'm just going to place here something called as print statement so that you can differentiate this. Now let me run this. I don't know how many of you are able to get this, but yeah, let me run this. You can see here same whatever I have written here 0 1 1 3 5 8 13. See, so that is why I am saying what I have done. I have done nothing here. I have taken one variable which is nothing but the f3, and I just kept counting like this, these two, f1 plus f2. Then in the next loop, what I'm trying to say, I will update f1 with the f2 value and f2 with the f3 value, because f3 is my final value. So 0 plus 1, what is 1? 1. So now 1 I am going to keep it on a f2, and then f1 is nothing but my f2 value, because now you can see here, first of all, f1 f2 is like this. Now when I will get f3, then what value I will get? F3 will be 1. Okay, now when I will get f3 is equal to 1, then I will update f2 as in 1, and f1 is what? F1 is with 1 already, f2. That means 1 plus 1, next time it is going to be 2. Now here my counter is to be, here f3 will become 3, and now f2 is what? 2, which is going to be the value into the f1. So here f2, in case of f2 where our value is 2, and 2 is getting assigned to f1, and f3 the value is what? In f3 the value is what? The f3 the value is your what? Anyone? 3. So that is why 3 is assigned to next time to this. So every time it will keep on going like this. So these two is getting summed, and then next time the value is getting assigned here up and updated here. So guys, anyone is having any doubt, please do let me know right away. Anyone? If there is no doubt, then please do let me know. If there is a doubt, please do let me know. Guys, are you getting my point or not? Okay, so somebody has said no doubt, sir. Okay, fine. Now in the same manner, let me write simple example. I would like to ask you all, I don't know how many of you noted down. Please note it down, because maybe in exam that is going to be asked. I don't know, maybe. And or maybe I will ask a Fibonacci series using recursion. I don't know what my mind says. Okay, now let me ask you guys, I wanted a table format, or maybe I want multiplication table, or maybe you can say, I don't know how many of you remember, but yeah, you guys used to remember 2's table, 3's table, 4th table, 5th table. I just wanted to print all the tables. So it's a very, very simple code. So I just got, in my mind, because, at the time of when I was explaining you a while loop, I was getting one thing at that time, like how exactly you can print the table. So, when I was teaching to my nephew, I asked him to write a code, you know, for, or maybe you can say display the multiplication of some table or some number. Maybe I have asked like multiplication table of 12. So how do you guys do that? So I'm gonna here write multiplication table. Now if I will ask you this, how many lines of code do you think we can write? Any guess? Just it's an, in a flow or maybe on the air, you can just mention how many lines I am gonna write for this. Guys, I want to just guess, nothing beyond it. How many lines of code I am gonna write here? Any guess? No guesses? Guys, I am asking how many lines of code require for me to write the multiplication table. Nobody is responding. What does that mean? Okay, let me write this. So I want multiplication table of, let's say, I wanted multiplication table of what? That's it all. So, or maybe you can, mention like, it will taken from the user. So what do you need to do? You just need to, call the input. That's it. And whatever value it is going to, give, convert into the integer. That's it. Nothing beyond it. And then I just wanted to, write one sort of count, or maybe you can say like basically count. Let me write like this. Count is equal to 1. Here I am gonna write what? I am simply going to use one while loop. Simple one while loop, and there should be inside there is one print statement. If you will count, hardly 4 to 5 lines of code will require for you to print multiplication table. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna write here while loop, and then I will write here what? Maybe I should print all the multiplication table till 12. Okay. Okay. Let me write like this. So I'm gonna write here count has to be less than is equal to maybe 12. Now here I'm gonna write like this. I'm going to write print statement, and here what I'm trying to do is what? So somehow I need to tell the number, basically the multiplier number. Okay, let me write like this. In print, I will just specify my multiply number, comma, x is what? Or should we just print multiplication symbol so that space can be present there? Now, what should be the next? So I am gonna write count. Why count? I will tell you why count. Here, count, because count will start from 1. Okay. Now I want equal to here, which is nothing but like this. Okay. And then I will write here what? Guys, anyone got any guess what I'm trying to do? Here multiply num into the count. Okay. So how do you print? Suppose I want multiplication till 10. Now, when I will ask you guys to print for, some table, maybe two's table. So 2 and 2, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 4, 2 4, 2 3 ja what? 6. Likewise, you can go to 2 into 10 is equal to what? 2 into 10 is equal to 20. So you will go till 10. So do you think this count has to be 12? No, this count has to be less than is equal to 10. Getting? Now let me print multiplication table. You, something you have forgotten here, I should say you have to increase the count value, because count is nothing but 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, now let me run this. Nothing has happened. Why so? Okay, yep. You can see here I am going to print 12 table. Okay, let me not print 12. I just want 11. Yes, I am getting that as well. So instead of asking and user to edit this, I will ask like this. Same variable I'm gonna use here. Okay, and I have to write here. I should take input from the user. So I should write here multiplication table of 12, or maybe you want. So here basically it's just nothing but the you wanted to print something, so you have just mentioned like this. Now multiplication table of something whatever. Now here, do you think it is gonna accept? No, because this you will get a string. Now I'm gonna convert this entire string to the integer value. Now it will accept. Now let me run this. So first it will ask which multiplication table you want. So I'm gonna write 13. Let me run 13. Yeah, I'm getting this. Now again let me run this. I want what? Multiplication table of 6. Just write this. You can see here. So guys, we are good till this point. This, as I said, it is hardly 5 lines of a code. So you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. This is nothing but the comment. So in 5 lines, I would be able to complete multiplication table. Okay. Now if you, let's say if you want multiplication of all the table till 12, maybe from a start from the 1 and till 12, then you have to insert one for loop. You have to keep that for loop from 1 to 12. Okay. Guys, this is fine. If this is fine, then fine. Then we can move on. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for your acknowledgement. Okay. So I have covered pretty much, what I wanted to cover. Let me take some more example. How many of you are aware about what is prime number? Anyone? Any guesses? What is prime number? Guys, please tell me prime number. Should I ask my nephew to tell me what is prime number? Or you guys are gonna tell me what is prime number? So if I will define prime number, then how should I define? Okay, somebody has pinged me. Thank you so much. Those who all are responded. Great. Number that is divisible by only by itself and 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Great. Thank you so much. So I should be writing here the definition like a positive number greater than 1, which is divisible by which is divisible by what? Which is divisible by 1 and the number and the basically the number itself and the number itself. Okay. Now, if I will write like this, then what do you think? This is what the definition for the prime number. So basically, yes, somebody has mentioned like 2, 2, 3, 5, and 7. This is like this. Okay. So guys, give me excuse. Okay. So how do, and I wanted to check the whether this is prime number or not. Yes. Now, how do you check prime number? Tell me. My question is, how do you check whether the number is prime or not? I don't know. I have already covered this topic. I don't know. I really don't remember this, but still, I'm gonna ask. How do you do that? First of all, you have to check all the factors. Secondly, what? Secondly, what? I want here everybody to come up tomorrow by saying what exactly it is. And this should be the efficient way. Okay. Now, anyone would like to attempt for this code or not? So let me write myself. I know you guys are pretty much lazy. I'm gonna just ask input from the user, which is nothing but the int. Sorry, my bad. Here I'm gonna write equal to int, and here I'm gonna write input. Here I'm gonna specify enter the number want to like this. So this is the basic step which everybody so far I know like you guys are pretty much aware because I have done so much code in front of you all. So I'm confident about you guys. At least you should remember my few things. So which is nothing but the basic things. So my thing is, if my input user, guys, please listen. Actually, I know you guys are pretty much hungry, but at least you should listen. So few people are going to their kitchen and they are listening to me, and if they are not found anything, then they are just coming out. So if my input user, and who is this actually roll number, uh, I don't know the roll number of this guy. Anyway, whoever is, so it's a sign. So 569 sign. I know you are hungry. Okay, so please sit somewhere. Okay, and then listen. And he's not listening at all. So this is how you guys listen my lecture actually. To get your attendance, that's it. Okay. Anyway, I really don't care about this, but yeah, class years, please just have a look into this. Anyway, if input user is greater than is 1, we can say we had to first check the factor. So how do I am check factor? I need to check for I in the range of what? In the range of 2 to, because greater than 1, when I say that means it is gonna start with 2, and 2 to where? So till the input user. Okay, input user, when I say input user, that means you have to keep it like input user. Now this is where I wanted to check the factor. Now if my number, or basically sorry, my input user, input which is given by the user is, let's say it is going to be divided by or maybe divisible by I. Okay, and it is throwing you out what? 0. Then we should print this number is not at all prime number. So I'm gonna print okay, what I have written here is not a prime number. Now if it is not, let's say it is not, so here something I need to perform. What? So I'm writing number is not a prime. What else I should write here? Anyone, any guesses? Okay, let me just write like this. I'm not gonna complicate you guys. I'm just making my code to be as much simple as possible. So else I'm gonna print I should be writing input user is a prime. Okay, now if let's say this is the case, if input user is greater than 1, else that means it is less than 1 or maybe equal to 1, then what is that? Print and input num, sorry, not a prime. Let me run this. I'm gonna write 12. Why we are getting like this? Anyone, any guesses? No one? It is saying is not a prime, is not a prime. Here somewhere it is saying it is a prime number. Why we are getting like this? Because this loop is going on. Okay. So from here, from 2 till 12. So somewhere here I need break. So how I need to write here break? If I will found is not a prime, then I should go out. Okay. So let me run this again. Enter 12. 12 is not a prime number. Guys, are you getting my point? Again, let me run this. 7 is what? 7 is prime. So let me run this. Is a prime. Now you can see again I am getting the loop. Here I need to just print once. What should I write? Before break, I should be writing here something called print I, and then basically number of times num of basically input user this is nothing but the I, and here I'm gonna write is num, like this. Okay, let me write like, let me see what exactly I'm getting. For 7, let me enter. 7 is a prime, 7 is a prime. Okay, fine. Now what else? Let me run it again. Let me see 12. So 12 is not a prime. 2, number of times 6 is 12. So what it is? So basically it's nothing but the 2 times 6 is what? Somebody has pinged me. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, you are absolutely correct. So somebody has pinged me and somebody has said this is what. So here we should write like this. Now let me see. Again, I'm gonna write 12 and enter this one. So basically I just wanted to print the factor. That's it. Okay. Now here we were getting some loop. So let me just write here one more break. And then we can run it and then we can see 7, enter, 7 is a prime. So that is where, we have to keep it like this. Okay, guys. I guess this makes you pretty much more clear about prime number as well as the coding, how exactly I do. So everything I have done in front of you all. So guys, please note it down and better to, revise these things because this is gonna be asked in your interview, in your exam. So I'm truly speaking. Okay. Okay. With this, I just wanted to close my session. If anybody has having any doubt, please do let me know. Otherwise, I'm just closing out. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your participation. Okay.